everyone, welcome back to My Way of Life. I'm Lynn. If you've ever felt intimidated with sourdough, you have to try sourdough focaccia. It's the easiest recipe to make. All you have to do is mix, let it rise, and then the next day, bake it up in some olive oil, salt, maybe a little bit of rosemary or some cherry tomatoes. It's the simplest recipe to make, and dare I say, it's foolproof. Let's get started. Oh my gosh, does it sound like I said focaccia? Well, anyway, this is sourdough focaccia. So grab a large mixing bowl and you're going to add 75 grams of Bubbly active sourdough starter. You want to make sure you feed it the night before so it is nice and bubbly. Then you're going to add 375 grams of water. You want the water to be about room temperature, not too cold or it'll take forever for the dough to rise, and not too hot, you might kill the yeast. Then give that a little mix to dissolve the water in the sourdough starter. Next, we're going to add 20 grams of honey. The honey is going to feed the yeast in the sourdough starter so you get those nice big bubbles that we all love. Then we're going to add 500 grams of flour. Now, I've used both all-purpose flour and bread flour in this recipe, and both of them work really well. So don't stress about whether to use all-purpose flour or bread flour. Both are great options. Then you're going to add 12 grams of salt. The salt is going to add a little bit of taste as well as control the yeast so it doesn't go crazy. Then you're going to mix it. I like to mix it with my hands. If you want to use a stand mixer, you can do that. This dough is much more wet than you're probably used to with other sourdough breads, but don't worry, it's supposed to be wet. Once that's all mixed together, you're going to cover it with a damp kitchen towel and let it rise in a warm place for about 12 to 18 hours. Once the dough has fully risen, you're going to put some olive oil into a 9 by 13 inch baking dish and add the dough. As you can see, the dough looks nice and light with lots of bubbles in it. Now when you put it onto the baking dish, I like to kind of coat it in the olive oil. So take the dough, kind of spread it all around, turn it over, really get the olive oil everywhere. You can dimple it a little bit. We are going to let this rise for another 1 to 2 hours or until you can really see those bubbles at the top of the dough. Now here's the part that everybody loves. You're going to add a little bit of olive oil to the top, usually about 60 grams, but you can add a little more if you'd like. And then you're going to dimple the top of it. Now sometimes you'll be able to see little bubbles at the top of the dough, and you can either keep them or pop them. It's actually really fun to do. And then you're going to sprinkle with kosher salt, or you can use rosemary, cherry tomatoes, roasted garlic, whatever you want to use. And then you're going to bake it for 30 to 35 minutes in a 425 degree oven until it's nice and golden brown and lots of air pockets. And that's it. That's how you make this easiest sourdough focaccia. Don't forget to like and subscribe and let me know if you make this recipe. You'll be able to find the exact measurements linked below to my blog, lynswayoflife.com. Thanks for watching. See you next week.